Hello, 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 everyone. My name is Renetta, CEO of Sophisticated Press. As you all know, welcome YouTube, welcome Twitter, welcome Power Publishers of Sophisticated Press. Listen, today I wanted to come live and I wanted to talk to the newbies in self-publishing. If you are new to self-publishing a book, it's very important that you get guidance on what your next steps should be. So when you come in, do me a favor, say hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Again, we are doing this in several different chat rooms, and then I'm just going to make sure and share this really quick to my main page, and then we're going to get started. Okay, I want you to bring your questions tonight. I want you to yeah, just be open to learning this new territory that you are entering in as a new author. And then I want you to just be prepared to rearrange your schedule, reprioritize some things because we're going into new territory. So let's get started. Um, One of the things that's very important as a new author, I would say, is just to really allow yourself time to execute and dominate in this field. And if you really want to execute and dominate in this field, it's going to require for you to make sure that this is important to you. And if it's important to you, you're going to have to get your family involved. You're going to have to let them know that, hey, I'm writing a book. So there's going to be times you're going to see me writing. There's going to be times you're going to see me studying and researching. There's going to be times that you may see me doing more things on the phone, but that doesn't mean that I'm ignoring you. It just means that I'm trying to better myself. And so prepare your family. That's the first thing for this new journey of becoming a published author, because you are going to be on your phone a lot. Why are you going to be on your phone a lot? You're going to be on your phone a lot because now you're going to be where your niche market is, and majority of your niche market is going to be online, and so you're going to have to be online as well. So we have one person here. They say, good afternoon, family. Not sure who you are, so put your name for me. For some reason, it's just showing up as I'm showing there as a just as a Facebook user. So let us know who you are, and that will be awesome so we can celebrate you. But yeah, and so it was important for me to come live today and just make sure that I give you some pointers. And actually, we're going to be getting these pointers from the book Push, which is Promote Until Shipping and Handling Happens. You'll see me looking over because I'm going to just show you Push really quick. So a lot of the pointers are coming out of Push, and if you don't have Push, please order it from sophisticatedpress.com. And it's just going to really just give you some strategies and some marketplace methods. And what we've heard, the kind of feedback we've received is that not only is Push good for authors, but it's good for any type of entrepreneurship. And I believe that to be true because here at Sophisticated Press, we believe that every business should have a book, and every book is a business. So whatever we're teaching you, you can actually apply these principles to any type of business that you have. Okay. Shout out to Genius Swagger for my lovely glasses. As you all know, as a CEO, I love me some glasses. And so Genius Swagger has just the most trendy and most conversational piece of eyewear. And so I had to cop these. I love it because sometimes when I'm doing my videos, we'll get a glare. But when I wear these, there's no glare. So yay to geniusswagger.com. All right. So let's get right into it, you all. Listen, we did a post today, and in that post it said what you should be doing in your early stages of self-publishing. So we're going to go to the first one, which is survey your readers and authors in your genre. Survey your readers and authors in your genre. It is so important now that you know that you have selected your genre, whether that is children's books, whether that is fiction, ministry, religion, spirituality, whether that is public health, business, self self help. I'm sorry. Now that you know that genre, I need you to survey the readers. Just that's the first thing I need you to do. I need you to ask the readers, like, who are their favorite authors in that genre, and I need you to Then go and follow those authors, because now you're in this genre as well, and see how they are communicating with their niche market. Because if you try to enter into a new area, a new platform in your life, and not get the proper training and by the experts who's already been there, you're probably not going to be that successful, because you're not really coming into the genre correctly. So I want you to ask your readers, right, in that genre that you have selected, who are their favorite writers? What are their favorite books? And get that feedback from them, so you can kind of see the type of writing and the type of style that they are accustomed to in that genre. Okay. Oh, okay. Wonderful. It's Pam and Kenya. Hey, Pam and Kenya. I love you all from Arizona. Yes, yes, yes. And so that's very important, you all, that you have to know your genre. And if you know your genre, I want you to become friends with your genre. You know, as new authors, you can't just I know we make it look easy that you can just come online and ask people to support you, and then just they're going to buy your book. But no, actually now you have to have relationships with people, so they have to hear from you before you're asking for the sale. They have to know you. They have to be conditioned to respond to you. And so the best way that you can condition your niche market to respond to you is by asking questions, by creating that engaging dialogue, and not just by spitting out your book sale offer and a link. No, you have to have meaningful conversations, and that way they can really feel like you care and like you really are genuinely concerned about their experience in reading a book. Okay. And then if you all have any questions, let me know. So that's the first thing. I want you to get in the habit of surveying your readers and your authors. Now you can do this a couple of ways. Most Facebook platforms, they'll have it where you can do that poll selection, and you can just simply ask a question, in a poll, or you can just post that question in a social media post. If you want to get really fancy, you can go to SurveyMonkey and create a free survey. They do have the free option where your logo isn't there, and your color scheme is generic, but it's still a survey, and you'll still get that feedback from your niche market. So the next thing I want you to do is I want you to survey how your niche locates and purchase books. Now, this is really important, because sometimes, when we come in business, we think that everybody thinks and purchase like us. And that's just the furthest from the truth. So you literally have to survey the people that's in your genre, and you have to literally say, hi, where do you locate your books? How do you know what book that you want to read? And do you prefer to buy your books on Amazon? Do you prefer to buy your books on Barnes and Noble? Do you prefer to buy your books off the author website? Do you prefer to have ebooks, paper books, audio books? These are the questions that you have to ask the people that you are creating this product for. Because if you don't, you may create a book in paperback form when and maybe your niche market like ebook form. You may create a book in ebook form, and maybe your niche market like audiobook. If you really want to get fancy and really want to make sure that you can service everyone in your genre, you do an ebook, a paper book, and an audiobook. And that way, however they want it, you have supplied it. But it's still best to survey them, and if you want to make it really fancy, like some of the things that we do when we survey or we want people to survey, we'll attach a $5 Starbucks card to it. So you can say, create you a budget of $100 and just say, hey, I need to get, if we're doing $5, I need to get 20 people to take this survey and tell me how they locate and purchase books. And that way, now it's for their 5 minutes of time, they get a free latte. Okay. The next thing I want you to do, you all, is I want you to write a short profile of your niche avatar. Okay. So this is very important. It's very important because when you are dealing with your niche market, You really have to know them. You have to know, is your niche market married? Are they single? Do they have children? Are their children young? Are their children older? What is their education? What is their salary? What is their religion? What is their political view? Yeah, all of that matters, right? So you have to really kind of be really invested in getting to know your niche and getting to know your avatar. Where do they hang out on social media? Are they a TikTok person? Are they an Instagram person? Are they a Snapchat person? Are they a Facebook person? Are they a LinkedIn person? Are they just all of the many options, right? The list go on and on. Are they Pinterest? You can't just assume as the author that because you like Facebook, your whole niche like Facebook, or because you like Instagram, your whole niche like Instagram. You won't really know until you survey them, until you then when you survey them and you find out, you look at your analytics on each platform and see where you're getting the most engagement. Then you begin to write a profile of your niche avatar so that every time you begin to create a social media content, then now you know exactly how to communicate to them and you know how to keep their attention. That's very important. Now, the next thing I want you to do is create a list of hashtags. And I wrote hashtags wrong. But yes, you want to create a list of hashtags. And the reason why you want to do that, because hashtags is going to connect you to your niche market. And I think that that's one of the things that a lot of people are not using properly is the hashtags. If you do a social media post as an author, you should have a hashtag associated with it. And so you have to do your due diligence in researching the hashtags that's associated with the content that you are providing. Because I follow hashtags all the time. And so people are following these hashtags. And so when you put that hashtag on your social media post, it's going to come up in their feed and they're going to be exposed to your brand, your book, your product, your services. But if you just say, buy my book, which I see a lot, and some of you don't even put a link. So now you see people in your comments saying, how can I purchase this? And where the link, sis? And make shareable, sis. You should not have any of that in your comments, because as the author slash entrepreneur, you want to make it easier. Unless you're on Instagram, because their links are not hyperlinked, you should never be telling someone to go to my bio to get the link. No, ma'am. Nobody has time for that. Your audience only have a 3 to 5 second attention span. So if you don't have that link right there in your social media post, they're not going to go do the hard work. They're just not gonna do it. They're gonna, okay, I get to it another day. If you don't have your hashtags, that post is probably not gonna go further than just a few people that's in your feed. But if you attach your hashtags, if you attach your keywords, then your social media posts will go further, and you're gonna get people that are not in your local network, but they're in your national network because of the genre that you're in. And now that's how you begin to go global, because you're using the hashtags of people around the world. And that's what you want. You want that around the world exposure. Pam and Kenya says so true. Yeah, like for instance, now I always keep the books nearby. Always, always, always. And I just had that book here. Let's see here. Where is Kenya's book? It's the biggest book in my office. And every time King come on. Let's see, where's the book? Oh, here it is. If it was a snake, it would have bit me. It's right here. So this is Kenya's book, Back and Forth, right? Now, what I love about this book from Kenya Washington is she's 16-year-old, 17, I think now, and she wrote this book. Look how thick it is. This book is 555 pages. So Kenya genre is the young adult genre. And so what I like about this is that her book is going to just be really relevant to people in that young adult age group. And so for Kenya, it's going to be important for her to make sure she uses that hashtags, to make sure that she understands, again, all of the stuff that we talked about, what the readers in genre and the readers in that genre like, who are the hot and trendy artists and authors in the genre, the type of storylines that they like. And I think personally that Kenya nailed it in this book. If you haven't purchased Back and Forth, you want to get Back and Forth, because this book is really engaging, and it's a great book for young adults. And it just really just it's just it's just timely, you all. Like, everything in it just keeps you really understanding. If you have millennials in your life, it just helps you to understand what they're going through. It gives you a different pair of lenses on how people just have to be non-judgmental in life. And so I think that it's a great book. You should definitely support it. But it's important, you all, just as authors, we have to really understand the business of becoming a self-published author. So I would just say, as we're going through our list, one of the main things I need you to do is set aside time. Everyone is so busy that they can't even learn the art of being a self-publisher. One of the benefits of self-publishers, being a self-publisher, is you get the ownership. But on the other side of that, you are responsible for your marketing, for your research, for your promotions, for your advertising. And so, since you are self publishing this product, and a lot of people are now doing the self publishing route, and I think it's a great route to go, but now you have to make time for your project. You have to learn self publishing. And so, I think that's one of the biggest things that I would really stress, is that if you are going to be a self-publisher, understand that no one's going to do the work for you. Everything is going to depend on you and your investment in your time. So you have to survey your genre. You have to know your hashtags and your keywords. You have to know how your niche market is locating and purchasing books, so you can be where the action is. Now, the next thing is create a list of platforms. Create a list of platforms and people that you want to cross market with. Again, everyone is like, well, what should I be doing? What should I be doing? What I want you to do is create a list of cross market possibilities. Who do you want to connect with that's a blogger? Who do you want to connect with that's a podcaster? Who do you want to connect with that's a social influencer? Now, you don't want to approach them before you're ready. That's the other thing. Do not approach anyone until you're ready. Don't even tell some of y'all. We just be so happy to say we about to write a book in that, and you mess up that first impression that you never get again. So right now, in this beginning stage, you should not be approaching anyone. You should be doing your research. You should be doing your research. How many authors have they previously had on their show? How many authors have they previously interviewed in their blog? How many authors have they previously had on the front of their magazine, right? This is your research stage. This is not your approach stage. This is not your, you know, let me tell people I'm writing a book, because they're going to say, is it ready? They're going to be ready to purchase, and now you don't have it. You're going to be like, oh, it's coming. And now you just kind of like used an opportunity for a sale that you wasn't ready for. So right now, I want you just to observe. I want you to observe. I want you to take notes. I want you to do your research. I want you to gather the keywords that when people go to look for your book, what they will use in Google search. And I want you to write those keywords down. I want you to have your hashtags. And I want you to be a part of a writing community. That's the other thing. It is so important, you all, to be present. It's funny how sometimes I just look at people and they wonder why they're not successful. And I'm like, because you're too busy. Some of us is too busy for our own self. And it's like, if you're not in the room, some opportunities just happen in the room. Like, listen to me. Some opportunities opportunities are only going to happen when you show up. And many of you want opportunities while you're not there, but it doesn't work that way. You have to be present, you have to be active in your success. I know you're busy. I'm busy too. And it's always funny when people try to tell me how busy they are. I'm like, really? I'm doing your project. And you telling me how busy you is, and all you got to do is write it. I got to produce it. Because that's what we do here at Sophisticated Press. We help you. We self-publish your book for you. We register all your registrations in your name, and then we hand you back your business. And so it's funny when people tell me that they're busy. I'm busy too. But there's a difference. No, I'm not busy. Let me take that back. I'm productive. Because there's a difference in being busy and then being productive. And many of you are busy doing everything else but what you should be doing, which is positioning yourself for success. And I did a post today on how, when I go to people pages, they know how to promote everybody else but themselves. Like, sis, I'm going to need you to keep that same energy for yourself. Because we can promote everybody. Oh, so and so graduated. Oh, is this person birthday? Oh, is this person whatever. And then when it comes to yourself, I'll look at your social media page and I'm like, I'm 12 social media posts in and I don't see one social media about your book. I don't see one social media about your book. Pam said, you got all of us to manage. I do. And it's a blessing from God that I can do it. So when people tell me they're busy, I'm like, really? You're busy? Welcome to the CEO life. Welcome to time management. Welcome to project management. Welcome to, if you want to be successful, you gotta FIO, figure it out, but you cannot ignore it and expect to be successful. It doesn't work that way. Now, how it can work that way is if you are so consistent in the marketplace and you're so consistent that now you build up a momentum, there is a sweet spot that is in the marketplace. But in order for you to get to that sweet spot where you don't have to work as hard and you don't have to be as present as well and everything become automated, that's once you didn't put in the work. Once you got in all of these videos, like how we have over 100 YouTube videos. Yeah, we don't have a lot of views, but that's okay. They're there. So when the people finally get a hold of Sophisticated Press, now I don't have to go and make videos for YouTube. I got 100 videos on YouTube already. So to be honest, it's better to do it now while you don't got 100 and thousands of people watching you. Just go through the process now and bring your passion, do your research, and then apply your research. Know your niche market. We know our niche market. Our niche market here at Sophisticated Press is typically a 9 to 5 executive female that have teenage to college bound students that doesn't have a lot of time. So that's why we're publishing and registering and doing all of the work for you. But while we're doing that work for you, you have a role to play, and that's going to be to prepare yourself for when you get handed this baby. It's the same way as a baby. When you know you're about to have a baby, you get to reading books, you get to asking auntie and grandma, okay, grandma, what I do? And okay, auntie, and then auntie gets to telling you things. So your aunties and your grandmas is just like the other authors that's in the genre. You're going to connect with them because you know now you're about to enter motherhood. So the same way you're about to enter motherhood and you start talking to mothers, you're about to be a self-published author. You need to be talking to authors. It's the same thing. I need to be talking to authors and seeing what are their strategies, what are they doing, how are they doing it. I need to talk to people that like reading books. Where do they buy books from? where do they see people talking about books, giving them the update on what book is good and what book is not good, right? This is the field that you're entering in now, and so it's important for you to know those things. And so those are the things I want you to be doing. We're so blessed. Praises to God. This month alone, we added 10 new authors. And so I would just say to you, 10 new authors, as well as existing authors. Your niche is the most important thing you need to know. Prices can change, the book format can change, but if you don't know your niche market, if you don't survey them, if you don't talk to them, if you don't create a relationship with them, then they're not going to be as open to just supporting you. People support people that have built a relationship with them and that have genuinely showed that they care. So if you know within the next 90 to 120 days, you're going to be asking them to support you. If I were you, I would begin supporting them now, liking, commenting, sharing on their social media pages. I will begin to like just pick their brains and find out like, okay, do you have children? What's their age? And do you buy your children books? How often do you buy your children books? These are the questions. I want you just to ask so many questions so that you know how people think and you know how people react, because that's what marketing people do. They have those goodies and those magazines by the checkout stand. Why? Because they know their niche market is going to be standing right there in line waiting for somebody groceries to be rung up, and they're going to look to the right or look to the left, and they're going to see those M&Ms, those Skittles, and then they're going to see the magazines on the side, and they're going to pick up the magazine, and they're going to want to finish reading an article that maybe caught their attention. They're going to just put it on the surveyor belt, and they're going to buy the magazine, or they're going to buy the M&Ms, they're going to buy the Twix, the Snicker. You know how it go. It's the same principle, okay? So that's what I have for you tonight. Is there any questions about just your self-publishing journey? Any questions, comments on what you're going through, what you need? So that way, while I'm live, I would prefer to answer it now, because if you email me, because I'm on YouTube and everywhere else, okay? So this is just not for one particular group. But if you email me and we need to get on a discovery call, then it's going to cost you. So I always tell people too, when you have an expert that's live, take advantage of them being live. Because remember that busy statement we talked about and that productive? We're busy and productive too. And so if we come live, it's best to take advantage of that. So that way you can get all of your answers and your questions done of no charge. Of no charge. That's all. Of no charge. So, all right. So I don't see any questions. I don't see any answers. Well, listen, this is the last day of Black History Month. I'm so proud of all of the accomplishments that African Americans have contributed and all of the accomplishments that they are going to continue to contribute. Sophisticated Press took the time out to celebrate all of our authors that we could get the exposure to. And we're going to think of something exciting to do for the month of March as well. But definitely, if you watching this on a replay, just do your research right now. Continue to show up for group mentoring if you are a part of Sophisticated Press group. If you're not a part of Sophisticated Press group, what are you waiting on? Join us at sophisticatedpress.com. Today is the last day that you can join our self-publishing package for 30% off by using the code BLACK, BLACK. You'll get 30% off. So you have until 12 o'clock to call your friend, call your wife, call your sister, call your cousin, and tell them they need to sign up with Sophisticated Press and get this 30% off savings so that they can have their book out for the year of 2021. Let me go to the comments here. My sister is here. She said, congratulations. Thank you, thank you, thank you, love. And then Facebook, which is probably Pam and Kenya again. Should you take the group of hashtags if they are related, or just pick and choose from the ones most used? Great question. So you want to use the hashtags that are most used. So If you see a hashtag only got like 100 people, don't use that hashtag. You want to use a hashtag that has like 50K to, I'll say up to a million, right? Because if once it get into like the 20s and 50 million, it's going to get lost in the feed because it's so many. So use a hashtag that's between 50,000 people that's following it and up to a million. And yeah, you don't want to just create your own hashtag. If you do, make sure you have it with the other group of hashtags that's already created. So like if you're having an event, then of course, then you can definitely create that, that separate hashtag that no one has followed because you just creating it for a special event or a special promotion. But just couple that up with the other hashtags that people have used and make sure there's not a space in between hashtags. You want to have your hashtag and then your word, no spaces, no punctuations, unless that's part of the hashtag. Great question. Great question. Yes, Shalise. And Code Black, and that's going to get you 30% off. Also, you all watching this on the replay, watching this now, listen, Shalise has a business that is called Banana Pudding Twist. Listen, if you like banana pudding, you're about to love it when you order from Banana Pudding Twist. Okay, they do ship nationally, so you want to definitely look them up on Facebook. Their website is coming soon. You want to look them up on Facebook where you can get your banana pudding for your baby showers, your graduations, your weddings, your book signings. If you don't like banana pudding, I would say you probably haven't tasted Banana Pudding Twist, so order from theirs and see, because sometimes people just don't know how to make it. Let's just be honest. And so maybe you got a bad batch, but with Banana Pudding Twist, there's no bad batches. You're gonna fall in love. And what I love about Banana Pudding Twist is they have this strawberry banana pudding that I love, and they have chocolate. They have pumpkin. Like they just go crazy with it and twist it up with flavors. So make sure you follow Banana Pudding Twist on Facebook and on Instagram, and that way you will definitely be in for a treat. Pam said, Lord Jesus, when I get back home, Shalise, I'm looking for you. Listen, look for her. Because when I tell you, what happened was when I just had surgery, you all, my sister brought me some banana pudding. Let me tell you, that thing was better than the ibuprofen. I took some of that banana pudding twist and I felt so much better. Just the flavor in it is so rich. And the presentation of it is so professional and so pretty. It's just a really delightful treat. So definitely, again, follow Banana Pudding Twist. Get you some banana pudding in your life, and they do ship nationally. But if you come to Chicago, get it fresh. Let me know or let her know, and we'll definitely get you up. The healing banana pudding. Listen, baby, I was feeling a little down. Then I had some of that banana pudding, and I felt so good. I love it. I love it. I love it. But you all, seriously, it really is good. And I just love you all. I thank you for taking the time out on your Sunday to just, kick it with me. And then if you have any future questions, you can always visit us at sophisticatedpress.com. You can email us at sophisticatedpress@gmail.com. And you know how we end it here at Sophisticated Press. Listen, you all, we love you so much. With the love of Jesus Christ, we are so, 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 so proud of you. And we know you can do it. And we shall talk to you soon.